Thank you everyone for coming. This is going to be speech number 3 out of 4 for public speaking class. This one's going to be a speech about a policy that we feel should be implemented into the world, no matter what it may be. So my policy that I chose is that I feel that kids shouldn't be allowed to play football until they reach a certain age. That age would probably be the age of 13. Mainly because of CTE. CTE stands for chronic traumatic encephalopathy. And basically what that is you can get CTE from having multiple concussions, which can cause brain injury. At this time, youth football leagues will open up to kids at about the age of 8 or 9, so they can start playing at the age of 8 or 9. And once they start playing at such an early age, the concussions can affect their brain due to the fact that their brain isn't very developed at that point. So, according to the New York Times, doctors have done studies that have showed that they probably shouldn't start playing football until the age of 13 because of the rapid growth in the brain that occurs from the age of 11 to 12. And then at this point, parents even are allowing their kids to play at the age of 8, so it's kind of affecting their kids in a way, and they kind of don't understand what the effects of actually playing football at such a young age can do. And then it will, if we can get parents to not allow their kids to play football at such a young age, it'll give their kids' brains more of a chance to develop once they hit the ages of 11 and 12, and then start at 13 or so. Like I said, multiple concussions can lead to CTE at a young age. Wake Forest did a study that showed boys between the age of 8 and 13 had diminished brain function just after playing 1 year of football. So whether it be they were getting concussions or just banging their heads together, playing between the age of 8 and 13 for just 1 season, it showed that these kids were having diminished brain function, which is definitely an issue. One example of CTE that I found happened back in 2012. Javon Belcher, who played for the Chiefs, ended up committing suicide. He murdered his girlfriend, and he had a daughter with her, but he left his daughter alone, murdered his girlfriend, and then ended up driving to the Chiefs Stadium and committing suicide there in front of his coach and general manager. After they did the autopsy of his brain, it actually did show that he had CTE. So they've kind of linked that anger and stuff with CTE to what he did. CNN did a study, and CNN showed that people that played younger when they were younger, so like between the ages of 8 and 13, they're actually more inclined to develop cognitive and emotional issues as they continue to grow up, which is definitely an issue. And then kind of the way that I feel that they could possibly fix this is if all youth football leagues can somehow join together and say, hey, we're going to set this as an age limit, whether it be 13, 14, 15, whatever they want to set this age limit at, they can get together with doctors and study and say, hey, this is what we think we should set the age limit at, and then they can all get on the same page as far as that goes. Another thing that I felt that they could do is the NFL could somehow get involved in this. Obviously, the NFL is the National Football League. Every young kid watches the NFL and says, ooh, I want to be like that. But so if they can endorse the fact that they feel that kids should not start playing football until a later age so that their brain has more time to develop, I feel that that would help. And then kind of a way that the ways that you and I can help in order to get this started is we can send out emails or letters to our local youth football programs and say, hey, this is how we feel. We'd love to get together with you and discuss why it's not good for a kid at the age of 8 to play football, and here's the reasons why, and maybe we can kind of nip that in the bud now so that these kids aren't suffering traumatic brain injuries at such young ages and not having their brain fully developed. So, yeah, thank you for coming and listening to my speech. I appreciate it.
Good job. Hey, something's beeping. Is that your phone in your pocket?